Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's learn what is investing. Okay, let's all get back to school days for some time. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Passionpreneurs, India's first stock market group class, Nivesh Gyan. So first, let's try to learn why we should invest, right? What is the use of investing? One is to certainly have a better lifestyle living and also to have a future which we can live with financial freedom, right? The more you invest, the more you get the wealth. Okay. But then before you invest, you need to do your own research and also understand or study the art of investing. And you should also know that what are your big high interest debts. All right. Let me mute everyone. If there are anybody, kindly go on mute. Okay. So first, let's try to understand the 50, 30, and 20 rule, right? Whatever we are running, if you observe carefully, almost 50% of your income is mostly burnt in terms of expenditure. Like what are your day-to-day expenses, or it could be like clearing up some dues or loans, some bad debts. So you could have different types of expenses, right? So whatever you earn, majority of your earning goes into 50% of expenditure only. So అది కానీ మనం తగ్గించుకోగలిగితే, if we first try to make a budget or we try to reduce that income, ఆటోమేటిక్లీ వేరే అమౌంట్ మనకి ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ లోకి పెట్టొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఒక 20% ఆల్వేస్ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ ఫండ్. మీనింగ్ సడన్ గా దేర్ కుడ్ బి సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ emergency, like a health challenge will be there, or there could be a challenge where somebody in the family is not good, or there is some kind of emergency. Maybe you're taking a big investment decision, appudu cash kavali, right? So always oka emergency fund undali. So మీ తలక total amount of whatever is your net worth, అందులో ఒక 30% ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్కి పెట్టుకోండి, 20% దీనికోసం పెట్టుకోండి, అండ్ 50%ని ఎంత రెడ్యూస్ చేసుకుంటే అంత మంచిది. The more you reduce your expenditure, the more is your investment capacity. Okay, so what are the 6 ways to manage your personal finances? So like I said, first do a saving, and then create an expenditure plan, right. Have a budget on your different types of expenses, and then provide an emergency fund, and then you have to have a pension plan, like because this wealth what you create right now will be used in your future, correct? So how should you do plan your wealth, or how should you make your goal? Is first, what is your target? What do you want to have a good big house, like a villa, or are you comfortable in, is your plan of like traveling and conquering the world is one of your passions, or you want to do social service? So it all starts with the type of interest that you have. How do you want to spend your time? How do you want to build a dream life? And what is the amount that you want to do in order to get that dream life, right? So దీన్ని అచీవ్ చేయాలి అంటే మీరు ఏం చేసుకోవాలి? ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఒక గోల్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో హౌ డు ఐ క్రియేట్ అ గోల్, రైట్? At the initial stages of the life, we all work hard, we all work smart, correct? That's the time we should not go into the trap of going for big things like iPhones, or maybe a big costly cars, or going into buying too much more than whatever is necessary, like in gold or anything, right? So work smart, work hard, and then after that have a goal, like try to achieve it step by step. Suppose you want to buy a car in 2 years or 3 years. A car కోసం ముందు ఫండ్ సేవ్ చేసుకోండి. Step by step have a plan, and then make a budget, and then take the loan that you are sustainable to pay. ఇప్పుడు మీరు సపోజ్ లోన్ తీసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, మీ డెట్ టు ఇన్కమ్ రేషియో, అంటే మీకు వచ్చే శాలరీ, మీకు వచ్చే తలక అమౌంట్ ఎంతైతే మనీ వస్తుందో 30% కన్నా ఎక్కువ మీ తలకది ఉండకూడదు. ఇట్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి మోర్ దాన్ 30% ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఇన్కమ్, వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ గెట్. That's how you need to have a debt to income ratio. Okay, so that much amount of loan you can surely risk. All right, so because even if you pay 30%, still 70% you have your cash in you, right? So once you have a goal, once you have a target, then what you do is see if you can delay your goal for like 1-2 months, even though if you have reached it, because always there is an emergency factor that is coming in. Always there is a factor where sudden గా unforeseen expenses ఎప్పుడో వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి, right? అది చేసిన తర్వాత once you have a plan, then you action that, and you need to continuously track your wealth. Like how do you calculate your wealth? It's nothing but your total number of income minus expense is nothing but your wealth, right? Total income minus expense is whatever is your wealth, plus your investments, assets and liabilities together form your net worth. Okay, so far so good with me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how to save and invest money? ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఓకే సేవింగ్ నేర్చుకున్నాము, సో we got some corpus right now, right? Imagine మీరు ఒక ఫిక్స్డ్ డిపాజిట్ లో వేస్తున్నారు, you're putting the money in a fixed deposit, right? It gives on an average right now is 5% interest rate. So suppose presently month on month you're putting 10,000 in FD. The futuristic value by the time when you retire at the age of 60 will come to nearly somewhere around this, like 10,000 if you put it and you left it, right, it will give to 60,000. But if you put it month on month, right, most probably it might come to somewhere around to 60 to 70 lakhs, because the inflation is also going high. మన రోజు రోజుకి ఖర్చులు ధరలు అనేది కూడా పెరిగిపోతున్నాయి కాబట్టి the value of that 10,000 after that many years is not what you initially expect it of. Okay, సో అదే మీరు ఒక ఎస్ఐపి చేసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నారు, లేకపోతే ఇంకా వేరే ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ లో పెట్టారు అనుకోండి, దెన్ దట్ సేమ్ వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ దట్ 10,000 ఆన్ అన్ యావరేజ్ ఒక 12% ఇంట్రెస్ట్ జనరల్ గా మార్కెట్ అయితే ఒక 9 to 12% ఇంట్రెస్ట్ జనరల్ గా ఇస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ గోస్ ఎనీవేర్ మోర్ దాన్ 12%, దెన్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ ప్రాఫిటబుల్, రైట్? సో 12% ఒక బేస్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తే certainly it will bring a big corpus amount. That is the reason why people invest. Okay, so ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ బేసికల్ గా ఏంటంటే ఎంత త్వరగా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తే అంత మంచిది. సో ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ అట్ 30 years, you will and you are putting this at like $100. This is a US figure, but అదే మీరు ఒక ఇండియన్ రూపీస్ లో పెట్టుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, you will get one figure. So the older మీరు ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తే the lower the return will be there. So it's always best advisable to invest as soon as you start working in your life at the early stages of your career. సరే, మనం అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ చూసాము, మనం we have found out like where we we got some money, but now let's see where we need to invest the money. Okay, ఫైనాన్షియల్ మార్కెట్స్ లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తాం. సో వాట్ ఈస్ అ ఫైనాన్షియల్ మార్కెట్, రైట్? అ ఫైనాన్షియల్ మార్కెట్ ఈస్ అ ప్లేస్ వేర్ అన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అకర్స్. లైక్ సపోజ్ ఒక కంపెనీ ఉంది, XYZ కంపెనీ ఉంది, ఆ కంపెనీకి డబ్బులు కావాలి, ఇట్ వాంట్స్ అ లాట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ మనీ. సో అదేం చేస్తుంది, బ్యాంక్స్కి వస్తుంది, రైట్? మనం డబ్బులు ఏం చేస్తాం, మనం బ్యాంక్లో పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఎందుకు పెట్టుకుంటాం? సో దానివల్ల ఇంట్రెస్ట్ వస్తుంది, ప్లస్ అదొక సెక్యూరిటీ కింద ఉంటుంది. ఇయర్ ఆన్ ఇయర్ ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ అస్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రిటర్న్ కోసం మనం బ్యాంక్లో పెట్టుకుంటాం. బట్ హౌ డు బ్యాంక్స్ మేక్ మనీ? సో వాట్ ద బ్యాంక్ విల్ డూ ఇస్ ఇట్ విల్ లెండ్ అవుట్ ద మనీ టు అదర్ బిగ్ కంపెనీస్ హూ వాంట్ టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అండ్ గ్రో ఫ్రమ్ దట్. సో ఇద్దరి దగ్గర అది మార్జిన్స్ తీసుకుంటుంది, అండ్ దాట్స్ హౌ ఎ బ్యాంక్ మేక్స్ మనీ. సో బ్యాంక్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎ ఫైనాన్షియల్ మార్కెట్. And what are financial instruments, right? There are different types of markets, like money market on the capital market on the primary market, secondary market. In secondary market we have something called as stock market and over the counter. Like కొన్నిసార్లు ఏంటంటే బ్యాంక్ వెళ్ళి ఒక ఫ్రైడేలోనే నాకు ఇంత లంసమ్ అమౌంట్ కావాలి అని మేనేజర్తో మాట్లాడితే వాళ్ళు ఓవర్ ద కౌంటర్ ఇస్తారు. ఓకే, అండ్ there will be a specific time by when you have to return that particular amount. So we'll skip this slide. Basically, it is like there are markets are defined as money markets, capital markets, and primary markets are where the companies come and say that, you know, we are about to start our new company and we are making it listed. సో దానికోసం మాకు ఒక ఆఫరింగ్ కావాలి అని. సో అండర్ రైటర్స్ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ పలానా కంపెనీ అనేది ఇది మార్కెట్లోకి వెళ్తుంది, సో దాన్ని ఒక ఇనిషియల్ పబ్లిక్ ఆఫరింగ్ కింద ఐపీఓ కింద వస్తుంది అనమాట. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఐపీఓ. వన్స్ అది లిస్ట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ ఇస్ వన్స్ ఇట్ గెట్స్ లిస్టెడ్ దట్ ఐపీఓ, దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి అవైలబుల్ ఫర్ అస్ టు ట్రేడ్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్. Okay, so this is again the same graph, like how individual investors like policy holders or employees or employers, they give the fund to the exchanges. What are the exchanges? Like banks, stock exchanges, mutual fund, insurance companies, pension funds. All these companies again reinvest it into the corporates or the corporations which are actually building the products and selling it out, right? So what is a financial institution? These are the ones which are the, you know, these third party things, like you see mutual funds, insurance companies, pension funds, commercial banks. All these are financial institutions which provide us different products for us to invest. Okay, అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఇన్కమ్ స్ట్రీమ్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి మనకి? ఓన్లీ జస్ట్ జాబ్ సాలరీ ఇస్ నాట్ ది ఓన్లీ ఇన్కమ్, రైట్? మనకి ఎర్న్డ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఉంటుంది, విచ్ ఇస్ a జాబ్ అండ్ సాలరీ. We also have business income, like you can set up a business like what we are doing, solopreneurs, passionpreneurs, right? That's a business income. Adi kaakunda whatever else you have is, if you put your money in deposits or real estate or something, then maybe you will get an interest, right? So that's an interest income. And sometimes what happens is, if you put in quality stocks, those stocks will give you some amount of money called dividend. So that is called dividend income, because you are a long term investor with that stock. So since the stock is making a profit, it will give you dividend income. Similarly, if you are renting or you are giving a property, right? So దాని వల్ల కూడా మనకి వచ్చేది రాయల్టీ ఇన్కమ్ వస్తుంది. Like you're marketing that property or you're subletting that property, you're getting rents. So all these are also different types of streams of income are there. In short, what I want to say is, don't stay with one single income stream. Try to have multiple income streams which will help you build wealth over a period of time. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we saw this 50 to 30 and 20 rule. The more you reduce your expenditure, the more profitable you are, and that amount invest it, because there is a concept of called compound interest, right? The more you put in that money multiplies and multiplies, and then that's how it builds the wealth. So let's quickly see some of the common mistakes what we do in our 30 ages. Okay, one is we don't have an emergency fund, which this we already discussed. Second is we are not taking the right insurance. Till now in India, only around 20% to 25% of the total population are insured, like meaning term insurance, health insurance, disability insurance. ఇలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సూరెన్సెస్ మనం తీసుకోము, కవర్స్ మనం తీసుకోము, రైట్? అండ్ థర్డ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే, పెద్ద వాటికి మనం ముందే ఖర్చు పెట్టేసి వీఆర్ లెస్ స్లేవ్ టు ది debt. Life long we keep on paying the money and we are not able to enjoy it, right? Sometimes what ఏమవుతుందంటే, మనకి శాలరీకి మనకున్న ఎర్నింగ్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ ప్రాపర్టీలో మనం పెడతాం. See, property is, I am not saying that property is a bad investment. It's a very good investment and that will yield you for sure very good return. కానీ మనకి తగ్గట్టు కన్నా ఎక్కువ ప్రాపర్టీ మనం పెట్టామనుకోండి, సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మనం దానికి లోన్ తీసుకుంటాం కాబట్టి ఆ లోన్ కట్టుకోవడంలోనే మనకి టైం అంతా అయిపోతుంది, అండ్ దెన్ యూ వాంట్ ఎంజాయ్ యువర్ లైఫ్, రైట్? సో యూ షుడ్ నో till what level of property or whatever house you can take. For example, Rajesh Jhunjhunwala said that he sold the Crystal shares worth 27 crores to buy a house. If he would have left it today, that value would have been like around 759 crores, which is 10 times of whatever was the house value. So that's why share is always multiple in that. Okay, and then what you have is, you should also have a retirement plan, like a pension funds, and you know, retirement తీసుకున్నప్పుడు కూడా అది మనకి డబ్బులు ఇచ్చేటట్టు మనం we are not planning, we are not having a good retirement plan in ahead, and we are also not saving quality amount for our kids, because nowadays most of them will go for higher studies, and if they want to go to foreign and all, or if you want to make your child a doctor and all, it takes a huge amount of money to invest for them, right? So that's why what I say is, rather than investing in one place, you always divest it across to multiple places. Okay. Your voice is coming low. Somebody was asking a question. Okay. All right. So what are the areas where we can invest, right? One, we all know it's PPF. Then another is gold. Then we have stock market. We have fixed deposit, and we have real estate as well. All these are instruments which will generate us money again in the long run. Okay. These are some of the golden rules of Warren Buffett that I just added it up. Okay. Okay. So now let's see why we should invest in stock market. How many of you feel that stock market is a gambling zone? How many of you feel that it's a gambling zone? Nobody? Okay, we'll hit that slide. But what I feel stock market investing is, it will provide you a regular income. Okay. By this investing in stock market, we can beat the inflation. Okay. It will help you save taxes, and also it will help you meet your financial goals, which we discussed earlier, right? Okay, so with that, let's try to learn trading. What's a bull and what is a bear? Okay. This was the question I asked, like, is this a gambling zone? The answer is yes and no. Okay. If you see it as a gambling zone, then gambling zone కింద చూస్తే అది gambling zone. దాన్ని ఒక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కింద చూస్తే అది ఒక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్. So there were scams, there were issues with the stock market which hit very badly, and majority of the people lose money. So that's why they put the brand that stock market is a zone which is totally for gambling and you only lose money. But there are people who have created many wealths. You can see all these famous heads below, right? Who will tell me all these people below? The first one is Ratan Tata.
Adani.
Then
Ambani.
You have to also tell the companies along with.
The last one is Wipro. Premji. Yeah.
Premji. And the fourth one?
And I'm not sure about the fourth one.
Shiv Nadar from HCL.
RK Damani. DMart.
Yeah, Damani sir is on the above. The fourth one is Shiv Nadar from HCL company. Right? Who else are the three persons on the top? Other than
Arshad Mehta and Rakesh Junjunwala.
Ketan Mehta.
Arshad Mehta, Vijay, and Damani, Rakesh.
Correct. That's correct, Raghu sir. So Damani sir is, what is the famous company that comes to when you listen? Damani sir is DMart.
DMart.
Right?
DMart.
Akasa Airlines, that's starting up, right? That's from Rakesh Junjunwala, correct? Tata Ka group of companies, Ratan Tata. Adani group of companies, Adani. Reliance, okay, Ambani, HCL and Wipro. All these companies 20 to 30 years back were all penny stocks. Okay, they were at the ranges of 100, 200, 300, like that. Today they're worth crores. Okay. So yeah, it's both. It's a gambling zone as well as an investment zone. But if you see it as an investment, yes, it will reap you return. If you want to make quick money and you think like overnight I'll become a millionaire, then it will surely become a gambling zone. Okay. If you also see our investment in whole of India, stock marketers are only 3%. In USA, there are 55% of stock market. అంటే సగం కన్నా ఎక్కువ మంది స్టాక్ మార్కెట్లో డబ్బులు పెడతారు. Why? That's because they want that lifestyle. If you see their lifestyle, they're all like that only. They spend a lot and they take that risk-taking capability is also there. But man dantlo only 3% are there, and majority of them are from Maharashtra. Okay. Man Telanganalo 20.7 lakhs only. This is last year data. So I think now somewhere we are around 30 crores of data. Correct. But majority, if you see, Gujaratis and Maharashtra are investors. So my goal is also to make as many people to be independent traders as much as possible. That's my mission. Okay. సో నేను ఒక మార్కెటింగ్ లింగో అందరికీ తయారు చేశాను ఫర్ ఆల్ ద ఫ్రెషర్స్. So basically, if you just double click this slide, you will be able to see all the things. I will share this deck. If you double click that, you will be able to see all the lingo that we use in stock market. So now let's try to understand why a stock market goes up and why a stock market comes down, right? If suppose onions, you take onions, right? If I say 100 rupees per kilo, okay, would you go and buy 10 kilos or you will buy 1 kilo, right? Generally, the mindset is that it's too costly, right? We'll just buy 1 kilo, it's enough, isn't it? That is how our buyer mindset is. But if the same price falls down to 10 rupees, what will you do? Are chala takkulo vastundi bhai, why not I buy more? I'll buy more amount of quantity. It's not just the onion, it could be the same thing with petrol, or it could be the same thing related to any cloth, garment, whatever it is, the product, right? When the price is low, discounts అందుకే ఇచ్చారు, like దసరా డిస్కౌంట్ ఉంది, దివాళీ డిస్కౌంట్ ఉంది, బిగ్ బిలియన్ సేల్ ఉంది, ఏం జరుగుతారు? There are lot amount of buyers. Okay, think in the same term for a supplier. What does a supplier always think? He will always think of profitability. మనం ఇప్పుడు మార్కెట్లోకి వెళ్ళాము, తక్కువలో అమ్మమంటే వాడు అమ్ముతాడా? లేదు, మాక్సిమం నేను ఇంతవరకే డిస్కౌంట్ ఇస్తాను అంటాడు. మాక్సిమం ఐ కెన్ గివ్ యూ ఓన్లీ దిస్ మచ్. మీన్స్ వాట్? As much as the price is more, they will produce more number of volume. If the price is very less, the quantity of production also will be very less. So that's why ఒక డిమాండ్ కర్వ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు కిందకి వెళ్తుంది, ఒక సప్లై కర్వ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు పైకి వెళ్తుంది. యాజ్ ది ప్రైస్ ఇంక్రీజెస్, ది సప్లై క్వాంటిటీ increases, and as the price decreases, the supply quantity is decreasing. Now you might be thinking, why am I teaching all this, right? The reason is, ఈ రెండు ఎక్కడైతే మ్యాచ్ అవుతాయో అక్కడే మనకి అఫోర్డబిలిటీ అనేది వస్తుంది. సో సేమ్ రీజన్స్ లో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు there is a 100 rupees per kilo, right, which is the demand, but our need is only 1 kilo. So what is happening? There is a deficit of 100 to 10 rupees, which is 90 rupees deficit. So surely the demand will go up. Okay, listen to me again, I'll repeat it. The supply is only 1 kg, but the demand is high over here, correct? The demand is high over here. Okay, they need 10 kg. So what will happen? Whatever will come, ఎంత ఉన్నాయో అంత నాకు, సరే నాకు ముందు ఒకటి 500 grams ఇచ్చేసే, మిగతా 500 grams ఈ ప్రైస్కి ఇచ్చి, ఈ ప్రైస్కి ఇచ్చే. సో ఇట్ కీప్స్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్, ఆల్ రైట్, in order to fill the deficit. And at the same time, what happens? The volume is very high, but the demand is very less. What happens? He'll say, I don't want this, I don't want this. So he is left out with his supply. He will try to give it for free as much. Okay, you take another 2 kilos with that same price. Okay, you take 3 kilos with this price, right? So they, at some point, there will be a change of direction. They will say that, okay, when it is 5 rupees and you have 50 per kg, then you will feel like, okay, this is the equilibrium point. Now we don't know whether it will go, price will shoot up or it will go down. The same concept of demand and supply happens in a stock market. Okay, when a price is falling down, we call that bearish. Bearish people are always pessimistic, and they would want the market to fall down, because when the market will fall, they will make money. I'll tell you how they make money. And the bullish people are, they want the market to go up. By making that, what will happen is they will make profit. Okay, so now let's try to understand 3 phases of a market, stock market. Okay, ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడండి. Stuck. Okay, no worries. Take an example that, let me see if I can open MS Paint. There is one stock that was there at say 30 rupees. Okay, and say 100 shares was bought over here. very poor at drawing. So this section order has been fulfilled. Okay. But there is some more orders which are not fulfilled. What will happen? The new price will come to 110. Okay. Say there was a huge order. Okay. Which was not filled. Right. What will happen to this? The next price will come to 120. Okay, there could be like 30 order sets or lots that we are picking. Okay, somebody would have realized that this particular product is very good, so he would want to buy more quantity, right? Basically, what is happening? The demand is increasing. And what is happening to the price? From this price to this price, this price to this price, this price to this price. Okay, so 130, 140. Okay, and finally 150. So if you see, if you check these points, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, it has gone up. So this is called uptrend. Okay, UPT. Let's put it UPT. In the same way, here nobody is buying anymore. Okay, so what they feel, from here it will go down back to this price in the same order. So what is happening now? It is coming down. There is a downtrend. Okay. But some point there is a equilibrium over here. Okay. We ourselves don't know where that particular stock is going into. Is it going up or is it going down? So here for some time what it will do, it will fluctuate over here like this. And then either it can go down or it can go up, because here we are in a zone, we don't know what it is happening. So this is called sideways. Right? So far good with me? So we have three different trends in a stock market. You either have an uptrend, or you have a downtrend, or you have a sideways trend. Now, how do I check the uptrend, right? I always check it by matching the lows of every point. I will have to draw a trend line which will always match the lows of every point. Okay. And observe this, what is happening in the downtrend. Okay. You can put the lows, but always it is ideal to put the highs of every point, because that's where the maximum selling is happening, right? But in sideways, you need to check both the highs and the lows as well, because that's where an indecision is being made. Okay. So what is a candlestick, right? The candlestick anadi enduku, why it is so successful and why people blindly follow this particular candlestick, right? Imagine on one day, say XYZ stock opened at a price of 100 rupees. Okay, I will draw this again. Let me draw this for a better explanation. Where is my notepad? Let's wipe it out. Okay, there is a price of 100 rupees. Okay, it opened over here. Okay, what happened? That day the price went up. Okay, it went up. Bulls were very strong. They brought it to 120 rupees. Okay, here the bulls became weak, then it went down, and the bears got control over here. It went all the way down to 90 rupees. in the afternoon session, what happened? Again, they brought it up from this low point, they brought it up, and then they finally closed, that day got closed at 110 rupees. Correct? So what has happened? What are the markings I should put? This is the opening price. Where it got closed? 110 rupees. So what is this? Close. Correct? Till what high it went? Went to 120. Correct? And from 120, what happened? They brought it down all the way. Where it went? Something's wrong with the market, but this is the low. Let me write it a low. This is not the low. The low is here. This is the low. Okay. So the stock has fluctuated in between this, right? And that's why this particular section where it has fluctuated, right? It's called body. Okay, sorry. This area is called body, open to close. And this area is called the wick because it didn't sustain for a long time. Ultimately, in this zone, it played around. Okay. So because it opened at a price and then it closed at a higher price, what color will give? We'll give a green color. Correct? So far with me? Or is it confusing? Okay, great. Imagine a scenario. Again, market opened, right? Here the price was 100, right? And then bulls took it up to 110. Correct? Then it came down, bears took control. What happened? Low became 80 rupees low. And from here, again, bulls brought it up, but they couldn't sustain this. They went, but they could not sustain this. And then finally it closed somewhere over here at 90 rupees. Okay, so it went in this area, was fighting, went up, came down. So what candle will come? What price it opened? It opened at 100. What price it closed? It closed at 90. So has it gone up or has it gone down? Has gone down, right? So what will be the color over here? It will be a red candle, also called a bearish candle. Correct? So that's what it is showing. See, high, close, open, low, high, open, close, low. So this is, sometimes they call it a shadow, some people call it a wick, but all terminologies are the same. Okay, that's how a candlestick is formed. Okay, so a green candle represents strength, like people are very much interested to buy. A red candle shows its weakness or people are ready to sell. Okay, this rectangular portion is called body, where most of the time it fluctuates, and these are the low and high points where it tried to touch both sides. Okay, so don't forget to invest in yourself if you want to do that. So now let's discuss some type of stock. So whenever you go into a stock market, right, you commonly hear the small cap, mid cap, and large cap. Okay, large cap companies are like, for example, if I say MRF, or if I say a company like Bajaj Finserv, right, their capital is like more than 20,000 crores, right, and their price also will be very high. Okay, like right now MRF share, I don't know, I think somewhere I saw it around 80,000 or something. Once it went almost to 90,000. correct? MRF share. Okay, one share is 90,000. Similarly, Honeywell company, right? That is also very costly share, like almost around 30,000, 40,000 odd share is there, right? Because you need to put a large capital, and also their capital size is also very high, right? They are called large cap shares. Okay. Majority of the shares will be into mid cap shares, like they will be in the ranges of more than 100 to 120 rupees. Okay. And from there, they could be anywhere between 1,000 rupees. That's where most of the people would try to invest in that, because a mid cap will always try to become a large cap at some point of time. Okay. Small caps are generally the penny stocks. Okay. They could be huge in volume. They could have a lot amount of volume, but then their total market size or market capitalization will not be more than 5,000 crores. Okay. Those are called small cap stocks. Okay. సో మనకి స్టాక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బట్ ఇప్పుడు స్టాక్ కేటగిరీస్ అలాగ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని there will be some stocks which will be like income generating stocks. For example, if I say Reliance, right? Let's see the chart of Reliance. Do I have it open? What do you understand, infer from this particular chart, right? What is the trend of the stock? It is going upwards over a period of time, right? So suppose somebody had invested at 517 rupees over here. Okay. By now, it would have generated huge amount of wealth, correct? So it's certainly getting you a lot of income. Okay, this kind of stock. It will also give you dividends because you have invested in that, right? Let us look at something called Bombay Dyeing, for example. What do you see this area? Correct? It's going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So this is what it's in cyclical nature. Okay, it will go, it will hit that price, then again it will come down. Again it will go, it will hit that price, it will come down. Again it will go, it will hit that price, it will come down. It is cyclical in nature. Correct? What else we have? We have a defensive stock, meaning ITC. Let's look at ITC. Okay, for years and years and years, slowly building. Whenever there was a market dip, it came up, but again it went down. It came down, again it went up. Came down, again it went up. So this is very strong. Fundamentally, it is very strong, but again, it's not giving huge. It's taking a lot of time as compared to Reliance and all. Slowly, it is building the capital, right? Some will be like totally straight line. Let's see. Let's see Suzlon. Okay, started high. Then what happened? It went up, then it came down, and for years and years together, it's just over there only, not doing anything. Correct? In this time frame, from the time frame it came and fell down, at least in this time frame, it should have risen up, right? In some other fashion, in some other mode, but it didn't do that. It's like that. So this stock, quality of this stock is not that great, correct? Right? So these are like And then there are some blue chip stocks. Blue chip stocks are like Adani, Reliance, and you have Wipro. Let's look at Wipro. After COVID, it's like one-way increase rate. Okay, so somebody had a risk and tried to purchase over here. See how much it's like a very steep slope that it has gone. Again, it's coming down, but there is a possibility somewhere it will reverse over here in this zone. It will reverse is where I'm thinking. Okay. So that's the difference between small cap, mid cap, and then some are like growth stocks. Some will just shoot up based on that market need. Some will generate you income on a regular income, like giving you dividends and all that. Some are like blue chip stocks, like you can safely invest and put whenever there's some good government has given some good amount of money or something, it will surely give you good returns. And some are like cyclical, like you buy it low, you sell it at that point, again you buy it low, again you sell it at that point, and it will keep fluctuating in that particular area. Okay. And some are like defensive stocks. They will be like whenever it will hit a particular price, it will always get resistance and it will not allow to go above that. And some will just stay like that for a long time. Okay. But in short, a stock needs patience. Okay. If you are putting that money and you are like trying to invest it, it will surely test your patience. The amount of time that you give to the stock is the amount of return that you automatically will get. So you have to do it in an SIP mode, or you can invest it in bulk at when it is at very low point, or when you feel that you got surplus amount, you can certainly put that in a particular stock. Okay. Now, how do I buy and sell shares of a stock? You need to have a demat account. Okay, so what's a demat account? Some of the demat providers are like Zerodha, Upstocks, or 5paisa, SBI Cap Securities. Right? If you go to them, they will certainly open the link. Even I think I shared it in the group, my link for opening up the Zerodha for you, because I use Zerodha. So once you do that, you'll have a demat account. Then what you do is you load some amount of money into that. It could be whatever amount of money that you want to load into that. Then do your research, preliminary research on which particular share that you want to buy. Okay. And then what you do is you pick that stock. For every stock, there will be some amount of brokerage charge that will be there, because these are all brokers. All these guys are brokers, and because they are helping you facilitate buy and sell securities, right? They will charge a brokerage, very nominal amount. In Zerodha, when you physically buy it in cash, hold it for some amount of period of time, and then you sell it, it's zero. You won't get any brokerage charge. Okay. But if you're doing an intraday, so we'll talk about what is an intraday, what's an positional buy, and what is a an interday. Okay, that we are going to talk about shortly. But basically, if you're doing it in the same day, if you're buying and selling, then there will be some brokerage charge of 20 rupees. That's what they're saying over here. Okay, and they also have a annual maintenance contract, like yearly just 300 rupees is what they charge out of it. Okay, because they're providing you all the system, they're giving you the charts to read and all that, right? So they take some AMC charge for that. And then once you start picking up your stock set, you slowly build your portfolio. Portfolio basically means like as a list of stocks that you have invested in, and those will also get added to the CDSL and NSDSL, which is a central depository of all your stocks. They will keep a stock of how many stocks you're holding, and they will let the companies and SEBI is like a government agency, like a security exchange commission, which will make sure that your securities are following the norms of the government and they're being traded correctly. Also, that company, if they are going into some default of payments, or they're doing some kind of scam or something, they will be the persons to they'll be the custodians of your particular shares, and they will they're always there mostly to support the individuals. But always remember, guys, in a share market, when you are taking a particular share, that means you are a partner to that particular company, right? That is why you're getting a percentage of whatever profit or loss that they are making, because you are a partner or you are a shareholder of that particular stock, right? So that's why if there is a big thing happening like Future Retail, right now it is going to insolvency. Like some years back, there was one Diwan Housing Finance Limited, was a very good stock, DHFL, right? But that got completely shut down. So what happens? Your shares also gets liquidated and you won't get the money because that company did not perform and then they had defaulted the money. So there was a case on that, and that's what happened to the money. So you need to be very, very careful while you make your judgment on when you pick a particular stock. Okay, which stock you're going to buy. All right. So what are the best tips for investing in that case? Now I said that you need to make a judgment, right? So what are the best tips that you need to make for an investment? Correct. First, do a good research. Like you need to do something called as fundamental analysis, and you need to also do technical analysis. Okay. Fundamental analysis you do when you invest. Investment is your time horizon or your time frame of that particular stock is very long. When I say very long, it could be like 10 years down the lane, 15 years down the lane, or 20 years down the lane. Okay. So for that, you need to check if that particular company is fundamentally very good or not. So there are different indicators like EPS, price to book ratio. Okay, there is price to earnings ratio. All this we will discuss in longer sessions when we do a investment related course, right? So we will talk all that. What's EPS, what's price to book value, what is the best price to find, how to find the best price of that stock to enter, and which is the best price to exit out of the stock, right? So all these are investment related decisions that you take and you go and you enter a particular stock. Okay. Similarly, if you are doing your time frame is to make quick money and you want to trade is like basically I put it at one particular price. It could be for a very shorter period. It could be for one day. It could be for even 10-15 minutes, or it could be like buy today and again sell it off tomorrow itself, or it could be like 5-6 days or 7 days weekly, right? There is no hard and fast rule in stock market that if you buy, you will have to lock it for this many amount of period. So the stock market is for everyone. There are people who put more than 1,000 crores to 2,000 crores also in the market, and there are people who also put start with around 500 rupees or even 100 rupees as well, right? The market treats everyone the same way. It all gives it gives the same punishment. It also rewards in the same way. The market is equal for all, right? So that's why there is no specific time frame on when you can buy and when you can sell a stock. But if you're thinking to go long on these stocks, right, and your investment horizon is high, you need to certainly do a very good research of that particular company, and you have to compare it with their peers, how it is performing, and what is the model of that company, how has it any possibility to grow along with it, are there any economic factors that will impact that particular stock, or is there a very much demand for that particular stock. Like for example, right now, right, there is a EV, electronic vehicles, that are coming up in future, right? So there is a huge demand for electronic vehicles. Also there's a huge demand right now for power sector, right? That's why any power stock you put, it will for sure go high, right? What is following very much low right now? What is going down very much low? Infra sector is going very much down low. For some years, right, hotels and all, because of the pandemic and all, they're completely shut down. They incurred a lot of losses. So these kind of things will again shoot up at some point of time, correct? Because the need of going for a vacation because of the COVID, right? They were fearing the third wave, but now slowly that is getting ruled out. So more and more people are now again planning to come out. So automatically the hotel sectors, the aviation sectors, and all those sectors that are indirectly linked to these will go up, correct? In longer period of time. Second is don't do over trade. Suppose you took a trade today, you made some profit, don't again do it on the very same day, or keep doing multiple trades at a point of time. Sometimes it could be very rewarding, sometimes it could go in the opposite direction as well, correct? So always don't do an over trade, right? So far okay with me, guys? Okay. So, and also don't diversify your investments. Don't take unnecessary risks, and always from time to time, we keep a review of your portfolio, like what's happening with your portfolio. How many stocks are going down? How many stocks are going up? You might enter into 4 or 5 stocks. Out of the 4 or 5 stocks, there might be 3 which have gone down, and you see for a period of time they're not coming up to the price which you have entered. Means what? You have already purchased it at a very high price, or maybe that stock itself is not a good quality stock. So what you have to do, you have to try to average that particular stock and try to come out of the stock and find out some other better stock in that, right? In that way, over a period of time, if you start investing in stocks which are giving you good returns, your portfolio also will become green. And once you have come into equity market, right, there are different markets. Like there is a crypto market right now, there is a currency market right now, there is a commodities market right now. There are different sectors where you are putting your market, right? But of all, the safest in stock market is always equity market. If you ask Raghu sir or Vijay sir, right, they will also suggest that equity market is the best, because the volatility, the fluctuation in that is safe, right, over a period of time. So then what is the minimum money to start stock trading in India, right? So the answer for this, for in my opinion, is the amount that you can risk to lose, right? We'll talk future option, the amount of money that you can risk to lose. It could be whatever is your investment capability that you're taking it to. It could be like I said, right? It could start from 100 rupees, it can go all the way till more than 1 crore or 10 crores also. But always invest the money when you are going into a risk market. If you're a newbie, is to put the money which you can afford to lose. Okay, that's the mantra that I generally follow. And then slowly do an SIP, and that will build the equity, the shares and the wealth over a period of time. The benefit of that is also that it will cover your taxes, and also you can transfer that shares to your future children in future. So that's how happened. One guy's grandfather invested in Wipro when it was very low, and then after many years, right, when the grandchild grew up, then the grandfather at his deathbed gifted those shares, and when he opened it and he found it, they were worth crores of money, right? Okay, so the most topic what many people are waiting, what is future and options, right? So imagine a scenario that it's like Diwali right now, right? And most of you would want to upgrade to an Apple phone. Say what you see is one latest model of Apple phone is coming, and you find out that particular Apple phone is somewhere around 1 lakh, say 20,000 odd. Okay, but you feel it's not yet released into the market, and you feel that Apple's last year and before year also it was very good, so you feel that might go to 150 by the time it comes into the market to pick up, right? So what you do is you go to the shopkeeper and you tell him that hey, మీరేమో ఈ పర్టికులర్ యాపిల్ ఫోన్ ఏమో వస్తుంది కదా, అది నేను పిక్ చేసుకోవచ్చా? ఈ పర్టికులర్ కలర్ నాకు కావాలి అంటే, సరే ఈ స్పేస్ గ్రే కలర్ ఇంకా లేదు, కానీ మీరు ముందుగా నాకు చెప్తే నేను ఆర్డర్ పెడతాను. లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ టెల్ మీ ఇన్ బిఫోర్, then I will order it for you. I'll keep it with you. He says, you ask him what could be the possibility of this. Will it be the same price or it will go up? So, sir, generally I think it will go up, sir. Possibly I think it will go to 1.5 or 1.6 by the time it actually comes up. So, what you say, the పైకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది కదా, అంత ప్రైస్ నేను ఎందుకు పెడతాను? Can I now buy it at this price at this point only? So the shopkeeper will tell you that okay, what you do is you give me a token amount, okay, which is called premium. Okay, you pay me premium or token amount, block that particular product for me, and by the time it comes I will give that to you. Okay, so what you say is that now only I'm giving you the money, I'm blocking it advance. What you do is you tell him that you give me at the same price whatever we have discussed right now. So irrespective of the price will go up or it will go down, I will always pay you 1 lakh 20,000. So you guys mutually agreed, and the shopkeeper will also take the token amount of say 5,000 rupees. Okay, and he has taken the order of giving it the iPhone price to you at 1,20,000. Okay. So on the day when the product is arrived, the seller will inform you and tell you that hey, your product is arrived, you go and pick it up. So when you go, you are very much curious to know what has happened to that iPhone. ఐఫోన్ ఏం జరిగింది దాని ప్రైస్ తెలుసుకోవడానికి ఆతృత చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంది. సో మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు, వాట్ యూ డూ ఇస్ యూ గో అండ్ యూ ఆస్క్ that seller, hey, what was the actual price right now, because you're sure it might have gone up and you might have made good amount of profit of like 30,000 odd rupees. Now the shopkeeper informs you that the price of the iPhone is 1 lakh rupees. So you're blown out. You'll say, what? I thought it will go to 1.5 and you are saying now this price is 1 lakh rupees. So yes sir, it's 1 lakh rupees. Then you say that how can that be possible? You said that it will go up, but it didn't go up. I said, sir, it was just a speculation. It was just an estimate that it will probably go, but the company has decided to give offer for 1 lakh itself, and we have got all the colors, and now we have more volume of the shares as well. Like, if you want, you can pick two phones. Then you put up a fight with that guy and you say, no, I want that particular Apple iPhone at this new price, which is 1 lakh rupees, because you know you're losing 20,000 rupees. Okay, so then the shopkeeper will tell you, sir, we already went into a contract, so I will give you two options. Okay, first option, you pay completely 1 lakh rupees right now and you ignore your 5,000 premium amount, forget your 5,000 premium amount. Or what you do is you take 1 lakh 15,000 you paid to me. Okay, sorry, you pay me the difference amount from you pay me 95,000. Okay, and you pick this iPhone. Okay, so in both cases, what has happened? The seller has not lost. Okay, the seller has not lost his money. Okay, so obviously what you will do, you will go and you will pick, you will lose your premium amount and you will try to pay that amount, because if you again go for 120 price and you have to pay the difference amount, you are like almost paying 1,15,000 rupees, right? So you cannot go and buy that at 1 lakh rupees because you already made a contract, right? So you're losing your 5,000 token amount or the premium amount, right? That is what exactly happens in an option buy. Okay, when you are buying, okay, you are hitting a particular price which is called strike price. You take it at that particular price, and when you pick that, if the price goes up, you make profit, and if the price goes down, you lose your premium, or you have to add new money again over there, add new premium, and again wait for the price to go up. Now imagine a scenario where you really went and you ask the shopkeeper saying that, what is the price of this iPhone? And he says, sir, you're very lucky. You took the phone at 1,20,000. Actually, the price of the iPhone is now 1,80,000. Okay. Now the shopkeeper will not have any option to take from you. He has to give you the phone at 1,20,000 because you booked it in advance as the token amount. Okay, so that means what? The seller has an obligation. He has to sell his stock at that price if the stock will go up, right? That's why the seller will always try to bring down the price whenever you're doing a future end option. Okay, so in short, what I say is, whenever you do a call meaning the price will go up or you are bullish about that particular price, right? So if you are a buyer, you pay a premium, right? And you wait for the price to go up. When it goes up, your risk is limited, but your profit is unlimited. Okay, the same way is a put. Put is just the opposite direction. Put is like, you feel the price will go down, so what you're doing, you're buying a put. You are bearish, you're buying a put, And whenever the price will go down, it will go down. Like for example, from 100 rupees, it went to 90 rupees. You make a profit if the price is going down. Okay. That's called a put. Okay. Similarly, you can also sell a call and sell a put. Now you will say that what generally you buy share and then you sell the share. What is selling a share? I don't have any share with me, right? So this concept is called short selling. Short selling means, shorting means, I know a price of XYZ stock might possibly go around to 120 rupees from 100 rupees. Correct? So what I will do is I will first sell the share, say 100 shares or 200 shares at 120 rupees, because I feel from there it will reverse. Okay. So I won't have a stock physically with me. I am first putting that money, whatever is equivalent amount into that, my stock will be showing as negative in my portfolio. All right. It will be showing it as a position as negative in me. I haven't physically taken, but when it comes down, I will make profit. And then what I do is I buy the stock. So it will be physically, that stock will be bought when it comes down. That is called short selling. In buying, you can buy a stock and hold it for any amount of time you want. But short selling is always intraday. In that day only, whatever that before 3:30, you have to take the decision. Otherwise, that whatever decision you have taken, that will be squared off. And at that price, you will have to buy the stock. Okay. Selling will always have obligation, right? Because if so, that means you need to have huge capital in that. Without having a capital, you won't get a margin. You won't be able to sell a stock, because you're paying that amount, blocking that amount beforehand only, because you're taking that much amount of volume of shares. Okay. So in stock, it is two way. You buy it and you also sell it and then you buy it. So that's why it's called bear and a bull. Okay. Bearish and bullish. Okay. So most of this difference, what you do is when you buy and when you sell is where your profit or your loss is there in the stock. And most of the strategies are made in between this. Okay. Now you might feel that, let me go back to my PowerPoint. Okay. You might feel that I have bought it at 100. Okay. And I'm anticipating that to go up. Okay. What if it goes down? It goes down to way below, like somewhere around 60 rupees. Suppose you invested 1 lakh over here. Okay. If it has gone down straight away, how much amount is gone? Right. 40 lakhs is, 40,000 is gone. Right. In one day it can go. It's very much possible in stock market. Right. So how do I stop this? How do I prevent this? Right. I need to put a stop loss. So where should I put the stop loss? You have to answer me. Where should I put a stop loss? Anyone?
Below the buying price, we will put the stop loss.
Yes, you should always put the stop loss below the buying price. Okay, could be like generally 1% is what you can max afford to lose. Put it somewhere around 95 or maybe 97 also is good price, 95 to 97, right? Below that, I don't want to lose my money. Whatever money is gone, the difference amount is gone. Okay. Imagine you are selling a stock. You are selling a stock at 120. Where should I put my stop loss?
Above the price.
Above the price. You should put it at 1 or 2 rupees above the price over here, like 121 or 122. So whenever you do a sell, your stop loss should be above and this is your profit difference. Okay, whenever you buy, your stop loss should be below and it should go up. Okay, now imagine one more scenario. I have a price of 100. I got my target price of 120, but the stock has breached it and it has gone up higher. What should you do? Other than Raghu sir, who will answer me?
Can you ask the question again?
I took a stock at 100 rupees.
Hmm.
Right? I imagined 120 as my first target, T1. Correct?
Hmm.
From T1, it is still going up. What I should do?
Trail your stop loss.
Correct. That's right. You should trail your stop loss. Every time it goes from this point, right? You should be trailing your stop loss. Now your stop loss will become 110. Okay. Once it goes up, this should go to 115, then 120. So even if it falls there, you still have made your profit. Your profit is not gone. Correct?
Mm.
You should trail your stop loss. So as it goes up, you will trail your stop loss. Okay, it's called trailing stop loss. So that's the concept of stop loss. And then this is the most common trading psychology that you need to have first, because everything starts with a mindset, as Gurudev says, right? Start with gratitude, start with a mindset. So most of the mindset is what you feel that this price is going up very much. This trend is still holding. So what I'll do is let it consolidate, then I'll buy it. Okay. Suddenly it will shoot up, then you'll feel, oh shit, it's going high. What I'll do is I'll now invest money over here. And then what will happen? It will come to a point and then it will drastically fall down. Okay. As it follows, see how the emotion generally is. I'll say let it correct again to my position, then I'll buy it, but it'll still go down. It's wow, it's going. Now this time I'll add more quantity, it'll for sure double, right? And when it will go down to more to the price you invest, then you'll feel, oh my god, it's stuck up. And then when it goes so far, then you start thinking, right, oh my god, I don't think I'll come out of it. Okay, let's wait for it to recover some more time. When it goes drastically below, then you start abusing me also some point of time. And then when it just gives a small bump, you'll feel, this is the place where I have reversed, I'll put the money, right? Then it will go down, I'll still leave it. I'm going to come out of the stock, not invest it again, and then suddenly it will shoot up, right? That's the majority of the psychology of the stock market. So that's why I say, when you put it at one price and it has gone down, leave it, let it fluctuate where it has to go. Let the time horizon go. You can, that's like nobody can time a particular stock market. Okay, because everybody has to make money. The seller has to make money, the short-term trader has to make money, the buyer has to make money, the scalpers have to make money. Scalping is like who do minute-to-minute trades. They will just enter into one fraction, they'll immediately take it out in another fraction. Like they will just do it like in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they'll do small trades, right? Everyone has to make money. So no matter how many algorithms to write, how many indicators I put, how many type of things do, the market is always unpredictable. Otherwise, everyone would have followed a standard methodology to make money. But yes, there are certainly some steps that you follow, best practices. If you do that over a period of time, even if these losses and all happen and you use correct SLs and all, the wealth will surely generate and you will be able to make money out of it. Correct? So having a strong psychology when you enter in this is important, and market will surely test your psychology and will surely test your patience, your mindset. Okay. बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में कि अगर पूरी भारत का प्यास कुछ बुझा सकता है तो वो ये एक स्टॉक मार्केट ही है जो पूरा सबकी प्यास बुझा सकती है, वैसा भी सबका पैसा भी उड़ा सकती है. बिकॉज this is a market, it is nothing but simply a transfer of money from one person to another person when you do an option or when you do it as a share, because you put it as a stock exchange. Stocks are given to you, money is given to the company. When the company wants to do a buyback, stocks are gone, you get money back. So It's just transfer of money from one hand to another hand. Okay. All right. So if you guys are serious, then go forward and do a financial challenge. This is how you should do. First, make a budget and track your spending. See how much you can invest in that. Have a 100 rupees challenge. Daily, I'll save this much for a stock, right? Clear off all your debt charges, any kind of obligations that you have, clear them off as much as possible and see how much you can keep saving. Try to, with the initial target of saving like 10% of your income for 30 days, right? And then invest that amount in mutual funds. So like put some 5,000 amount into mutual funds. You want to do some charity and all, you can certainly do that. Otherwise, that remaining amount, you put that into markets, put that into the stock market. Okay, go long into that. So always trade yourself, learn the training, and you can try to be an independent trader. All right, or you can copy the trades, like you can do stock advisors from registered brokers. If you want to do with me, then I'm planning it at 2K per month. Let me know if this price is the equilibrium point, or is it way too high or way too less. Okay, I would surely need your thoughts. And what are most important, okay, whenever you are into a stock market trade, choose a mentor. Okay, learn it, earn it, and then always choose a mentor who is purely completely into technical analysis or in fundamental analysis, is like full time into that, looking into that, and is really passionate about it. Always get a mentor and then take the steps of a mentor. Okay, the mentor will help you find out what your journey of progress should be, right? So that's why they say, right, first learn it and then earn it. Okay, so I thought I'll start with the fees of 75,000 INR. Okay, for teaching up this course. I will where I'll tell you what all I'll cover in that. But I totally understand they've already been spending a lot. 75,000 I too feel is a high priced amount, so I decided to give a discount of 50,000 INR. But then again, I felt that we are PPMM, right? And our goal over here is to grow and learn it up together, grow it up together. So exclusively for our PPM guys, I am planning it at 25K per INR. So itna to banta hai na? What do you guys say? Right? Along with that, what I will do is I will give you lifetime mentorship. Okay, I will always be there to check on your stocks from time to time. You guys can ask me, you can tell me whatever stock picks you're taking, and probably what I can give you is I can give you an advice saying that maybe this could be a right price to come in, and or maybe this is the right price to exit. Okay, again, I would like to tell you that most of the times my hits are okay. Sometimes they do mismatch, but if we trade cautiously and if we trade on a step-by-step approach, for sure we will be able to make good money. Okay, so this is what I'm planning, 25K annum. Please give your thoughts if this is reasonable or you feel it's high price. Certainly give me your feedback. But I thought 25 will be an amicable price for all of us, right? So with that, let's see what we can cover up in the future sessions once we go it. I'm going to give you a complete analysis, some fundamental analysis. So I'm going to teach you like what a balance sheet is. The balance sheet is like, which will help you understand the financial health of that complete company. It will tell you year on year what are its assets, what are its liabilities, what is it liable to pay, how is it growing, what is the strength of that particular company that you're taking. Will it be able to sustain market corrections? Will it be able to give you good returns as the market goes up and all that? So I'll certainly explain you on a balance sheet. Profit and loss, you see now right now, right? And most of the companies will be releasing their P&L statement in coming weeks, right? Because this is generally on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So in this particular quarter, how it has particularly performed. So what we get information out of this is we're going to get, is this generating revenue or is this generating a loss, right? Based on that, we'll be able to find out whether that company is performing currently good or is it performing bad. right? So should we be investing in that particular stock, or should we not be investing in that? I'll also look at some fundamental indicators like EPS, price to book ratio, ROIC, and sector peer comparisons and all that. So all that we'll look into that, and we will revisit demand and supply zones for this as well for fundamental analysis, and we'll also see the market cap and how is the sectorial cap and how is the sectorial behavior. So there are a lot many more factors in that. There could be economic factors, that could be news, there could be some kind of rally that's going on, or there could be some kind of crisis that's going on. So a number of factors will be there that will determine that particular stock. If I have to give you an example, for example, when COVID happened, right, most of the stocks, almost all of the stocks went down, right? But one particular sector went very high, right? What was that particular sector? That sector was healthcare sector, right?
Pharma.
Along with that, there was one more sector that went very much high. What was that?
FMCG.
IT.
Sorry?
FMCG.
IT sector went up high, and entertainment sector went up high, because mostly all of them were at house and they were enjoying Netflix, right? They were enjoying music, right? Saregama, Netflix, all these went up very high, right? Similarly, online foods increased. Jubilant Foods, right, which is Domino's Pizza, right? That increased very much. And when there was a big war, right, again stocks went down, right? But one sector went up very high. Actually, two sectors went up very high. What was that? Give it a guess.
Hotels.
Not hotels. Hotels actually went down during a war. Something.
War. Okay, I thought like it is after COVID. Okay.
The defense stocks went up very high.
Power stock also.
Yeah, yes. Oil also went up high. Oil related stocks went up. Correct. Power related also went up. Okay. So all these went up. So there are different economic factors also that will be there impacting different things. Like example, for example, take our Hyderabad stocks only. Like if you have Wonderla, right? When is the most of the time that you will want to go and visit that, right?
Holidays.
Holidays, right? Children vacations are there, school holidays are there. You see, the market will be high. The stock price will be very high. Exams ka time and all, when the business is low, the stock will come down, right? Suppose you're buying ACs right now, right? What is the best time to buy AC, you know? In the winter season. That time the price of the AC will be very low. So is the stocks related to that. If you buy it in the season, the price will be very high. Okay. So that is covering all fundamental analysis and market caps and all that. Similarly is technical analysis. So technical analysis, I'll go, there are 32 odd different types of candlesticks. I'll teach you each and everything like Marabuzu, there is one hammer, there is one evening star, morning star, there is whatnot, you know, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, different candlesticks are there. So I will teach you all those candlesticks. I'll teach you some of the most common indicators, okay, like MACD, RSI, there could be Bollinger Bands, there could be, you know, divergence or BE, SMA, MA, moving averages, different indicators that are commonly used. I will for sure teach you, right? I'll teach you chart patterns, different types of chart patterns that we are doing. We looked at trend analysis, but we will do a deep dive of the trend analysis, right? Uptrend or downtrend or low trend. And then we will see what is a price action. Price action is going to be like, what is that particular point for sure if I will invest it out, right? It will for sure shoot up, right? Most of the traders and all look at price action. Okay, what the price action and how it is going to work across. So again, this is a very risky area. If you don't correctly understand and you invest that price action, it can go in the wrong direction also, price action, and can incur you huge losses also, right? So we need to always trade with stop losses, proper stop losses. Okay. So these are the things that I will be covering up extensively in technical analysis as well. And along with that, what we will do is we will have some time, we will have maybe once things are set up, we'll have a weekly or a bi-weekly call where you guys can give me the stocks that you're trying to pick, and we can together analyze that stock. and see based on your time frame that you want to invest or you want to trade, whether it's a good time to enter that particular stock or not, right? Along with that, in this group, I'll continue giving my picks whenever I find. If you feel anything that is helping you up or you find that stock is good, you do your own research. That's the reason why I'm telling you is to I'll enable each and every one of you to be independent traders so that you take your decision. It's ultimately it's your investment, and there is always a saying, right? Soch kar, samajh kar, invest kar, right? Which is issued by NSE, correct? So take your investment decision and then trade accordingly. All right. So with that, we are ending the course, and I am open to questionnaire right now. Shall I stop the sharing? Feel free to ask a question, guys. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So how was the training, guys? Okay, Ashwin is saying that's very informative. The chat is not coming. Let me open the chat. Okay, how much time need to spend in a day? Chiranjeev is asking, right? So most of the time, right? If I see the trades that happen, right? They mostly happen between the morning session and the afternoon session. Rest of the time, the trades are generally the price fluctuations doesn't happen much. Correct. So mostly, right, early in the morning, that's where you take a trade, or mostly in the afternoon sessions is where you take that trade. Correct. So okay, why 25K for you? We will get this knowledge on YouTube. What is so special about me? Yeah, that's a very valid question. So I'll give you the answer. See, we are in a knowledge zenith age. Okay. Knowledge is there everywhere. Okay. It's there in YouTube, it's there in books, it's there in blogs, it's there everywhere. Correct. But then the mentor has already done that particular research. I might have seen more than around 600 or 700 odd videos wherever I've seen, right? What did Gurudev do, right? Gurudev also saw a lot of content. He also invested in different courses, right? But what he's doing, he is going ahead and he's giving you the shortcut. He's giving you that knowledge. So what kind of mistakes I did in my life, going through videos and then investing, those kind of things I can certainly help you and support you up, right? I can certainly go ahead and tell you that, hey, this could be a wrong bet. I did this. When I did this, this is what went out, right? Right. So in that way, certainly a mentor is needed, right? And that's where I feel nowadays, even still, many people go and take financial investment decisions. Hope I answered your question, Venkat. Thank you, Avijit.
Shankar, can I answer the question why mentor is better than YouTube?
Yeah, sure, certainly.
So, guys, I've been training from 3-5 years. Okay, I've been reading books, I've been listening to a lot of people. But what happens is not everything works for you. So you need someone to guide you what you're doing is right or wrong, whether you're on the right path or not. So what I believe from 3-5 years of what I have done in and out, I have also done in a year 3 crores of transaction in a year. Okay. What I felt is you need a mentor to give you a direction, to learn the tricks of the trade in the right manner. Once you know tricks of the trade, how to do it and other things, then you're on your own, right? This is what I believe.
Yeah, I too believe, because myself, right, I have also taken a lot of mentor sessions. Like I took around, I follow, there are, so if I go into my Telegram, right, I have like nearly around 30 to 40 odd Telegram groups, but I only follow two or three people, 2, 3 groups, right? And that's where I have seen that most of my trades, which we discuss, we talk across, right? I learned it the hard way, guys. I'm telling you, when I started on my own, I started this way back in 2011. Okay. And I was putting a capital, and I picked a stock like that called as Symbox Investments. You might have not even heard that stock, right? At that time, the stock price was somewhere around 10 or 12 rupees. And I used to get that, join our course, join in this, and then you'll buy that. Okay. So I didn't listen to that, but I thought, buying these small stocks, I checked one video on YouTube, and if you buy it and you hold it for long amount of time, over a period of time, it will give you a lot amount of return. So at that time, I didn't know what was like fundamental analysis. I didn't know what technical analysis was all that. All I knew was that you buy a stock, keep it, and for sure it will give you return at some point of time. I was a very novice investor in that. So yeah, I'll answer that question, Chiranjeevi. For sure, we'll do that on weekends so that it's comfortable and it won't affect your work timings. But if you want it daily, for sure, we can do it on a daily basis as well. Based on your timing, we can certainly do it on a morning slot or an evening slot. Mostly mornings I'm free, okay, or else we'll do it on a weekend so that we can sit, relax, and spend quality amount of time. So what happened was I took that stock and I thought it will go up. I took the around 5,000 shares at 10 rupees, right? So how much I invested? 50,000 rupees I invested. Okay. It went to 12 rupees. So I thought, yes, it's a good stock to go. And for sure, I will invest another. I invested another 2,000 more stock in that. So from 12 rupees, that stock went away to, 8 rupees. I thought it has fallen. This is the right time to dip it. The trader psychology, right? Which I showed that map. I was in the same mojo. I went into that. I was the fear of missing out. I was in the FOMO. I took stock again in that of another 2,000 quantity. And from then on, it kept on going down, 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 all the way till 2 rupees. And for 4 years, that stock didn't budge from there. During COVID, it went to almost 0.25 rupees, means Paula. Matlab, my whole of my capital eroded. So I decided to leave it. At that time, had I got somebody to tell me that, hey, this is not a good quality stock, or this is a good quality stock, you should buy this. Probably this can go up, or this is a risk. You should put a stop loss at this point of time. I would have saved that money, and even if I would have put it in an FD or I would have put it somewhere, right, it would have got me some returns, right? 5, 6 years, it didn't give me any return. My capital is blocked like that. After post-COVID, luckily, because once in a lifetime such kind of huge move has come, it came to my price, and then I exited out of that stock. So 7, 8 years I had to wait for this. So yeah, I can do a group training if we have a bunch of people together, right? And all of them are comfortable. I can certainly do a group training. But if you are not comfortable and you want it to be a one-on-one, then I will do a one-on-one. It's again dependent on you guys. Any other questions, guys? Was this session of any use, guys, to you? Had it given you any information so far? And how was the speed of the session? Was I going too fast? Was I going like fine, or was the content too much, or was it useful? Okay, thank you, Chiranjeevi. Thank you, Satish. Okay, so if we don't have any further questions, yeah, thank you, Ashwin. I think we can drop the call, and I will surely share this recording with all of you. Okay. Thank
Very
you
good,
all.
Shankar. Very
Thank you,
nice
Shankar.
information. Excellent presentation. Good, 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 good.
Thank you, sir.
We'll take
Thank
it
you.
forward. How to go ahead on these things, we'll discuss and then do it.
Sure, Raghu sir. Certainly will do it. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shankar.
Thank you. Bye.